to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Nittany Lions headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Off the boot, looking for his man. Working that left side now.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Underwood makes the grab. Sweet cut there. Powers through the defender. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab in the end zone. get set for the point afters, we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's a give to Peoples. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Misses badly on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football now.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Rush right in his face. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's got enough. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine. Rolled his way into the end zone. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Here's the fly sweep. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Beck. Rush is on. Tight end getting vertical. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Motion from the wide out. Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB is taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll give it to people. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away.
And this defense has got to be jacked up. And they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Give to the single back. Sees some running room. Pass to 6. Running on the Jets. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Michigan. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Could not make his way to the corner.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down a little bit short. But what did I do? Made this a manageable fourth down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Play fake, Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Buchanan. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Buying a little time to his left. Out wide left, it's Hansen. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Long way to go on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road, probably, but that just shows you how well they commit.
But, and he's got room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Direct snap. And he's in. Touchdown, Michigan. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... It's a seam wide open! They finally bring him down, and not only do they get a big play, but I think they're going to tack 15 more on it for a face mask. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Handoff for Peoples. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. It's complete to the left. Pulled to the ground. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? This quarterback part of their running game. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here's Underwood to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood unloads in the nick of time.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
Second and long here. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. Again, it's Underwood. That's caught. It's Marsh. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Grab behind the line. It's Buchanan. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing, Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Making the adjustment. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Sowell. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Underwood. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Long way to go on 2nd down. Play action with Underwood. Flush to the left. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. Running free. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. He's past the marker. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Right side, it's Buchanan. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
The magic bean is spinning out of control.
Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Out wide right, it's Marsh. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here's Underwood to throw. Release to the back. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Takes off. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 13 team, the Houston Cougars.
Just about set to get this second half underway. From deep, it's Wallace. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Sends it back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Drops back, it's Beck. Swings it out to his running back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second and long here. The snap sets up the throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On third down, here's Peoples. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wide receiver going in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of... How about this? A fake. And they caught them with their drawers down as the throw and catch picked up the first down on the fake. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Hit as he throws. Gets rid of it.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Out wide left, it's Peoples. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes a catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Caught, hit, and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Looking to the end zone. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He's... for the 5th time in this game.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That one's going to get a little star marking beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. DB's right up on the receivers. Driving forward, it's Peoples. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. On the run, it's Marshall. Got the first down. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll send the back in motion. Here's a give to Peoples. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Complete. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Play action on 1st down. Look out. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Looking for room. It's Marshall. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Keep it on the ground. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catch them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Rides to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's changing the play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Comes down, it's Peoples. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. He wants to throw it again. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Handoff for Peoples. Inside the 15. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. He's got the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Wants to throw. It's Beck. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Hauls it in. At the 35, he's loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The give. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start on the ground with, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Let's see what they've got on second down. Here's a gift to Peoples. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Powers inside. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Brings up